he ain't gonna get no more than 65,000. No more.
I mean, he gonna still get what he want because at the end of the day, nobody has a better impact on the culture than Cassidy. Yeah, we live too, by the way, bro.
All right, cool.
Yeah, what's up, people?
What's going on, chat?
Double R, man, with the homie.
Fonnie Coleman, what's going on, everybody?
Yeah, you crunching on them chips, boy. Yeah. So, we was just talking about the whole Cassidy interview with Hip Hop Is Real, man, and I thought it'd be a good thing for us to go live with, because I know a lot of my people, Cassidy, man. I just want to let people know, man, it ain't no hard feelings. It's just me just being me, keeping that same energy, man. But yeah, what you think about it though, Kafani?
I believe that he's just like Cass. He's in a space now that just like he don't care. Like I'm not saying he don't care, but he just feels as though he proves too much. He's done a lot than everybody been like in the culture for like the past 10 years or so. But he's halfway going to get his just due, but another half no because of his showings. Yeah. So I don't think whoever he's battling is like whoever he might even battle this year is going to take him serious, because he's not. It's like his stock is the main problem right now. His stock and his credibility, believability, like in the ring, is like what's like hurting the most right now.
But see, what you don't want to do is you don't want to not take Cassidy seriously, and then Cassidy take you seriously, and then it ends up bad for you. Because that's what's going to end up happening. One or two things going to end up happening. Cassidy is going to continue to rap like he has been rapping since really the second round of the Goods battle. If he continues to rap like that, I mean, either he's going to continue to rap like that, or his opponent is not going to take him seriously, and then he's going to actually show up, and it's going to be bad, because he's going to catch somebody off guard.
Facts.
So
facts. I wouldn't like with the rumors about him and Lloyd Banks, bro. If I was Cassidy, I wouldn't do it, because he'd only be playing himself. Because it's everybody go, okay, you beat somebody that don't even battle rap no more. Like they gonna go, you can't beat a battle rap.
Yeah, like we discussed, the element of you still got to continue to prove yourself, and I know it's going to be a lot of people, particularly Cassidy fans, that's going to be like, well, he already beat Goods, he already beat Disaster. We just talking from a standpoint of, since the Arsenal battle, he still haven't really proven basically consistency. In battle rap, you're going to level up. Whether or not the person is better than you in a certain area, or rapping or whatever, you're going to level up. In battle rap, Smack is going to level you up. Not that Arsenal is a level above Goods. I mean, if you really ask me, it's not too much of a difference in neither Arsenal or Goods.
Yeah.
When he actually got that Arsenal battle, I said, man, here we go again. I much prefer to see him go against somebody like a Rum Nitty, or somebody that even a Surf. Believe it or not, I don't even want to see him and Tay Rock, because like y'all already know, I don't really hold Tay Rock at high regard like most people do.
Because he not first. The thing that hurts him, he not versatile like his other It's just strictly one thing, and just get over with the same shit over like over and over.
I mean, he's relatable. You know, Tay Rock, K Shine, Sue Surf. Although I personally feel that Sue Surf is actually legit. He actually, when he shows up, he's definitely an elite battler. But Tay Rock, K Shine, DNA, all these guys, man. To me, they just cater to the crowd, and they're reliable. I mean, they're relatable. They're relatable, so the crowd just gas them up.
And they're veterans, so it's like they can they find like little witty ways to like win battles.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so they've been they got certain people like them. They got like don't matter how like for example like a Cassidy or a Jada Kiss or whatever. It's like how like these legends and stuff like that. Don't matter. It's like it don't matter how good these people are. It's like they're facing like even if they way better than K-Shine or like they're facing an uphill battle when they come back in the URL setting to battle them because they already been in the URL for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. So they already have that cadence. Like it's an uphill battle. So it's like it's not a lose, but it's almost like that. Like you had to really come with it. Like you can't like any little thing they just waiting. He took half a second longer to say something. Any little thing they just staring and waiting for a flinch or a mess up.
Yeah, and also this is why I continue to tell. It's good that you said that because this is why I always tell people not to jump on the 40 cal bandwagon so quick because he hasn't stepped on that URL stage yet, and he hasn't stepped. Yeah, he hasn't stepped on the stage. The battle with Ill Will that was a closed room battle,
Mm-hmm.
and he haven't stepped on the stage where you're battling um, the culture's favorite battlers. You know, and to me, I feel like I feel like the fans and stuff, man, are selling 40 cal short, man. Because when he actually gets into URL on that main stage, Nixon, what's up with you? Salute. It is what it is. Salute. D Block, salute. What's up with y'all? We got Calfini Coleman in the building.
Fine, you always fucking my name.
Kafani.
Yeah,
Well, y'all, they know. Yeah, but what was that? Oh yeah, 40 cal. You know, like this is why I keep telling people not to hype him up. And I've been watching him. Like I've been keeping a close eye on 40 cal, man. And I've been watching him, and what he's doing is kind of good.
He been on some shit.
Yeah, go ahead, talk about it.
Yeah, duh. It's like knowledge and numbers. You seen a couple videos when Knowledge was recording. You know, like it was like in the store. He was just talking about everybody.
I seen a little bit.
He was just man. He said who got my name in my name? I'm like, yo, this boy funny. With the little like you saw the Corona battle. Yeah, with the Corona boy.
To me personally, it's kind of corny though. Like to me, it's corny because it's like he's not going to have. Nobody is going to have the same effect as Cassidy. Maybe Jag will, but it's nobody that's going to really have the same effect because of Cassidy's name and his reputation and how he built himself up in the industry, and then also his battle rap background, and then also the fact that Cassidy can talk shit with the best of them. He really, really can talk shit. He's very entertaining, And then, he uses a lot of his accolades and stuff like that. Whether it's actually true or not, he uses that to his advantage, and he gets up under niggas' skin. 40 Cal doesn't have that ability to do that. Of course he going to get under some dude's skin because a lot of these dudes, man, a vast amount of these dudes are weak anyway. You see what I'm saying? But, he ain't really bodying 3 Letterman in any interviews back to back. He ain't really going on different interviews and making motherfuckers get in their feelings. He's not going to have the same effect because, he's not Cassidy. What could I say?
Mm-hmm.
He's not Cassidy. So, and then you add that with the fact that Cassidy actually did beat Disaster. Cassidy actually, in most people's opinion, did beat Goods. So Cassidy was able to prolong it. But now that he's in the culture and he hasn't kept that streak up, as far as after the Arsenal battle, people are looking at him a lot differently now. And I noticed, like I was just telling you on the phone, he went from um, nobody can stop me, nobody could beat me, I'm that energy. He's still saying he the energy, but he not keeping that same energy. What I mean by that is he's still saying that he's the energy, but he's not saying that he can destroy anybody because the stigma of Cassidy being this invincible force is out of the window. Now we have real footage in this era where Cassidy has shown vulnerability, and it was actually against one of the worst Arsenals I've seen. I mean, if you really want to be honest, Arsenal ain't that good, to me, really.
He average. Arsenal's average.
Yeah. But what does that say? That should tell you more about Cassidy than it does Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going in there with Arsenal, who we don't think is really that good, and you getting and you losing, that's saying more about what Cassidy didn't do or couldn't get done, as opposed to what Arsenal did and did not do. That's why people was like, well, Arsenal wasn't that good. And I'm like, what the fuck did y'all expect? Like, what did y'all expect? I said before the battle, like I wasn't interested in it. It was just a money grab, but I was interested in it for Cassidy because now this would give Cassidy a chance to destroy a nigga in an easy battle, and he'll get money. He'll be able to get money because of what him and Arsenal both can generate. I didn't expect Arsenal to come in there and do nothing. I expect Cassidy to come in there and do him dirty, but he didn't. So, but what I was trying to say is that Cassidy energy has switched from, nobody can fuck with me, nobody can stop me, to I just wanted to come in the battle rap and show people that I could do everything, that I could do it all.
Mm-hmm. And he was saying that and this like he's basically new in this era of battle rap as far as the stages and all that. So saying that is like kind of it's
doubling down.
It's true. It's not.
It's doubling down.
Mm-hmm. Because at one hand he was saying all this, and then now, you know what I'm saying? Now it's the opposite.
He doubling down.
Yeah. But like I want to say he's not motivated, but on the other hand, it's like it looked like he is though, because like you got all the hype shit and all the talk, and then like all he was doing, so it's like kind of contradicting himself a little bit.
You know what? I hate to say this. I know it's gonna rub motherfuckers the wrong way. I mean, who really gives a fuck? I done rubbed motherfuckers the wrong way anyway. When I said that he didn't do good and he lost. But when you really think about it, Cassidy, ever since, and I was saying this before, ever since Cassidy started talking about he was Mr. Chicken and talking about the hustler, and the money is basically, to me, the motive. Thank you, because I was trying to look for a word. You was right on time. You was right on time with it. But when you start to worry more about money than your actual craft, and I know most people will say, well, I'm not saying that, Cassidy. I'm saying that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying that. I'm saying that he's worrying more about. Yeah, Nixon said bingo. Yeah. When you start worrying more about the money and how you're gonna, level up off of the culture.
It's like you don't care. It's like you would look at it as in, I don't mean to cut you off, bro.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
It's like you will look at it as in, even if you get 3 gold in a battle, like say if he get paid 100,000 and Arsenal get paid 15 or 20 or something like that, he still look at it like, even if I get 3 he's like, I can just spit some bullshit. He's like, I won anyway. I got 100,000. Like, I think that's that I can kind of read that a little bit on him, but then on the other hand, on the other half, he still do feel it like, damn, like what did I just do?
And but also, when you talk the amount of go ahead.
Yeah, it's like he needs to get like. If I was him, man, I wouldn't just keep asking for all this because like if it's just going to keep the result is going to be the same if he keep asking for them large amounts of money. Like if I mean,
just say it. It's going to keep getting worse.
Yeah, if I really want to shut people up, I'm like, yo, check this out. I'll battle Joe Blow for 10,000. I mean, I think when you do that, the hunger is going to come back.
I mean, that's really, you know, he ain't gonna never do that. You know, that's really.
Yeah, but I like on one hand, I understand that. Okay, you want to get paid your worth because you a legend. You did all this since blah blah for 10, 15 years, like whatever. But still, it's like that takes away from your want to and your drive, sort of say, because it's like. It's like you're gonna have some drive. You're not faking. You're gonna have some drive. Like,
so I want to ask you this though. Like, do you think, and the people that's in the chat too, I'm gonna read y'all comments too in a minute. But do you think Cassidy overlooked Arsenal? Like in your honest opinion?
Yep.
Because when I looked at it, I could tell that like I could kind of see that Cassidy was like window shopping a little bit. Like he was kind of overlooking Arsenal and into his next endeavors.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really believe Cassidy thought Arsenal was going to be just like Goods and Disaster.
No, that man coming to your hometown. He coming to disrespect you. He not coming to play around.
See, I want to tell people, and I know y'all gonna be like, yeah, that's right. Arsenal did not beat Cassidy. Arsenal just out strategized Cassidy. That was a crafty win for Arsenal. That wasn't an actual victory. Like he didn't break Cassidy down, but he broke Cassidy down. If you understand, like he didn't beat him far as his talent and his skills, but he beat Cassidy doing what Arsenal do best and what he has been doing his whole career. Off aggression, off of disrespect, off of just coming in there towing that line. Like you're not going to out tough guy me. That's what he did. Now he had a few lines in there. You know, he had a few lines in there, but you know, let's be honest. When Smack booked the battle and when people before they seen the battle, we weren't expecting Arsenal to do nothing more than what he did.
Facts. You wasn't expecting no bar fest.
No, you wasn't expecting no punches, no bars, none of that shit. I mean, if you was expecting it, you wasn't expecting it from Arsenal. You was expecting it from Cassidy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why every time when Cassidy lost, all these motherfucking fanboys, every time they started talking about, oh, let's do a bar breakdown. Let's do this. Nah,
not now. Shit. There was nothing to break down.
Nothing to break down. I mean, if you want to break down something, you need to break down how Cassidy got broken down. You feel me? Man blew smoke in his face, grabbed him up, shook him like a bobblehead. You see what I'm saying? Like, break that shit down. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
shit. Nixon said, you think we got that Cassidy because he took a pay cut for the Arsenal battle and wasn't motivated enough by the money? Go ahead, Kafani. You can go first.
No, I just think Cassidy he shot what happened? He shot himself. He shot his own self in the foot. And no. Like, and listen, like something was just off because listen, for a battle to be in your hometown, I'm from Philly. Like he a Philly legend when it comes to this rap shit, battle shit. He's like number one. But it's like when you have a event like that in your hometown and you overlook somebody like that, it's like you you should be one to put on for your city. It's like
I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. Carlos, what's up with you?
He was too big. He was too big-headed.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened, bro. What happened was this. I just thought about it. Not only did he overlook Arsenal and didn't take Arsenal as seriously as he should have, and it showed in his performance in the actual battle, but I believe he underestimated today's battle rap. I think he underestimated smacking the URL. And the fact that he should have really been on point because of the type of shit that Cassidy was talking. And this is what I was trying to say a few moments ago. Cassidy was talking so much shit. And when you talk that type of shit that Cassidy was talking, and I know people would come out and try to defend him and be like, well, all the battlers talk shit. I mean, you trying to promote the battle. No, this is Cassidy. This is Cassidy. Cassidy has made a career off of everything he say, you're going to believe it because he always backs it up. He always backs it up. And when you don't back it up, you start to lose more and more belief and respect. So I believe that he not only didn't take Arsenal seriously as he should have, and I know people going to say, well, he took Arsenal seriously as he should have. Then, you know, I think he underestimated smacking the URL, especially after you think about the stuff with Queen's Flip. You think of, you know how they tried to sabotage him the first time around with Goods. You know, the Battlers and Queen's Flip. I think this time Cassidy should have been more aware of his surroundings. And he just simply wasn't, because he was more focused on himself. And he was more focused on, you know, what he was going to do or what he thought he was going to do, as opposed to, you know, I always say, you know how I always say, a lot of these dudes always talk about what they going to do to somebody else, but they don't never consider that that person not just going to allow you to do whatever you want to them, that they're going to retaliate. I don't think Cassidy thought or even cared about what Arsenal and the URL was going to do in return. Because, see, here's the thing. When you go into the URL, and like I admitted before, before Cassidy was going to battle Goods, my initial prediction, I had Goods winning the battle, not because I thought Goods was better than him. Somebody want to call me now. I hate that shit when I do a video. Now everybody want to call. But not because, let me get my brother back on. Hold on, I got you. Hold on. Give me a second, people. Yeah, bro, you there? Yeah. Somebody had called me. When somebody called me, the hangout automatically go out. I said I hate that shit. Every time you about to do something and you busy, now motherfuckers want to call you. But the whole time you was free, then nobody called.
Right. I hate that shit.
That should be irritating. They gotta wait. But and threw me off track of what I was gonna say.
But you were saying what you saying? You were saying that you said the initial Goods and Cassidy battle.
Yeah, the initial Goods and Cassidy battle should have kind of like gave Cassidy an idea of what to expect in the second battle. And it did, in a way, because if you really noticed it, he had Uncle Ra instead of having Jay Black or Queen's Flip. You know, he kind of switched it up a little bit, but I'm talking about from a standpoint of his opponent. He knew that this time around, because let's be honest, you would think having Cassidy being the focal point of battle rap is best for the smacking the URL. But in reality, not in smack mind. Like in the grand scheme, it is. Having Cassidy in battle rap is a very, very good thing, because look at battle rap when Cassidy is not around and look at battle rap when he is around. You see what I'm saying? But to smacking him is not, because he know that with Cassidy around, let's say Cassidy would have beaten Arsenal. Now Cassidy would have been a step further to trying to shake shit up in battle rap, and that's exactly what he was trying to do. He was trying to get battle rap back to its original format, and you know damn well, smacking them, they want to keep the corruption and the confusion. They want these battle rappers to lose so they can continue to book these battle rappers. I told y'all before, so they can continue to book them on a big stage because it benefits smacking them that you don't have any judges, that you don't have record of wins and losses. Because if you do, it takes away from the profiles of the battlers. Because how can you really promote them? How can
it takes away from who they want to push?
Yeah, like Lux and all them. If you really, really boil you down, I might do this on another video one day. If you really, really boil you down and get down to the nitty gritty of who they actually battle in their careers, compared to some other battlers that don't get nearly the respect that they get, it's not even close. It's not even close. So it's like, and then when you talk about how many times New Jersey Twerk has choked, how many times Chess have choked, how many times, you know, this situation involving Briz, how many times a lot of these dudes have choked, have poor performances. O-Red, you know, he's had good performances and then fell off a cliff. Danny Myers had good performances and then, you know, kind of slowed down. JC had good performances and then slowed down. You know, it's like, when you keep record of all of that stuff and you really keep record and data, that shit destroys.
Yeah, like,
go ahead.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, when you keep record of all that stuff, it's like you will really start to question like who's really top tier.
And this, like, not even more than that. Smack can't promote them and he can't push them as being like elite in a way. He can't push them the way that he can now. If you had judges and you kept, and a lot of these dudes can't go along with their narratives and their agendas, like your Vodaflies, your J Blacks, all of them wouldn't have jobs for real. Because that's what you go to them to hear. You go to them to hear, you know, who won or who didn't win and why. So if you got judges, there's no need for them to have a job.
I think. All right, I wouldn't say half of the battles need to be judged, but at least a small percentage of the battles in a year need to be judged.
Can you see Kafani? Can you see the live chat?
Not yet. Hold on. I'm not. Let me look at it.
I want to get to some of these questions and stuff. It is what it is. I think Cassidy think Arsenal is trash. Yeah. He had to find out the hard way. You know, and the sad and unfortunate part about it is Cassidy wasn't the one that just lost that battle or didn't do good in that battle. We all lost. The people that supported real battle rap and bringing battle rap back to where it originally is, we lost as well. Because now they got Cassidy out of the picture and he can come back. I'm not talking about like literally out of the picture, but now that they have Cassidy out of the picture as far as being this, you know, immovable object or invincible figure, now that they have him out of the picture, is that like he can no longer go on 3 Letterman and all them and talk shit like that no more.
And I see it is what he said. He said Cassidy don't want it with top tier niggas like K.O.T.D and TRBRC. I wouldn't say that. I would say that he chooses not to do that right now because he know what URL and them is hitting for. So it's like he in a lose-lose scenario. Like they either gonna outperform him or it's like I don't think that's something he wants to do. Maybe TRBRC maybe, but K.O.T.D because that's like
man, y'all know how I feel. I think it's a legit chance that Cassidy can be both of them.
Yeah, in the small room.
Nah, big stage too. I think Cassidy has proven it's not a situation, like I want to get this corrected too. It's not a situation with Cassidy that he can't do it. It's the fact that Cassidy is being too stubborn to understand that the paying customer wants to see it their way. And I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, well, Retro Rob, at the beginning you were saying it wasn't about all that. It wasn't about this. It wasn't about the pocket tapping and all the boom boom bang bang sounds and shit like that. But at the end of the day, Cassidy did that shit. So that nullifies your point. Cassidy did pocket tap goods. Cassidy did dunk on Arsenal. So all that shit about it's about bars and all that shit is about that with me. But Cassidy has proven, and it's a good thing. He's proven that he's willing to adjust. You know, he's not as stubborn as we think he is. But I do think, as far as Cassidy having the ability, he has the ability because he showed that with goods in the first round. But it's just Cassidy being stubborn and not understanding that the paying customers, especially in this era, they're going to want to see it the way that they want to see it, and especially the way that Cassidy talks shit. When Cassidy talks shit, he don't understand that he has no choice but to do it their way. Because you cannot talk shit and then try to do things your way. It don't work like that. When you talk shit, you gotta do what the battlers today do, but do it better than them.
Facts.
And that's what he not realizing. And if he don't realize that, he'll just be living off namesake.
Facts. Yeah, because he got to get it together. It's like, it's not like, he you know, him, Reed Dawes, and they come, no, but Reed actually is better, like, for performing and stuff. But
so let's say
like,
Eminem came, right?
Cassidy is a more.
Let's say Eminem came to battle rap, and Eminem was on the same type tip Cassidy was on when he first came. And on some bars, it's back. It's all about the essence, the elements of rap. It's all about all that shit. It's not about all this dancing and performing, yada yada yada. Let's say Eminem came back on that shit. Now we're going to look at Eminem the same way we look at Cassidy. Anybody else that thinks that they can do that. But check this out, right? If Eminem was to come in here, you would have to do what you do the best. What I mean by that is, if you're going to be on something is all about the elements of rap, then you have to do that very, very well. If you don't do that very, very well, then you have to go back to the way they do it today.
Fact.
Go ahead, bro.
But on one hand, if Eminem did that, but you know what I mean, it's gonna they're gonna they'll give Eminem so much more leeway than they give Cassidy because they actually like had more like I could just tell most people in the battle rap culture right now they like Eminem more than you know what I'm saying Cassidy. So it's like they like say even say, I really believe like Bill Collector on them like say if Eminem had a showing like Cassidy's second and third round against Goods, they're probably still like, oh, he won. No, he won. Like they like Eminem more than Cassidy. So it'll be. No, I'm not gonna say it'll be easier. Like they still gonna hold him to the standard, but they're gonna take more of a liking to him. So they're gonna welcome him more, and they're going to be like more lenient with him than Cassidy. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but who fault is that? You know, it's Cassidy's fault. It's not really Cassidy's fault. You know, when I think about it, it's not really his fault. It's just the way Cassidy is. And if I'm Cassidy, I mean, if talking about who you are and what you've accomplished rub people the wrong way, then fuck them. You know, my issue is not with Cassidy with that. My issue is with backing up all this shit that you talking leading up to the battle. That's always been my issue with Cassidy, is backing up the shit that you talk. Because at the end of the day, and it'd be funny and people would be like, make excuses and shit for it, but I'm like, as a paying customer, as a consumer, that's what you should want to see. You making excuses for a man that talked all this shit, that hyped you up for you to spend your money just to turn around and not give you your money's worth? And then you want to make excuses for him?
No. Especially if you know what that man is capable of. Like it's like
yeah. It wasn't no disrespect to Cassidy. It was Cassidy. You a lot better than this, bro, and you know you is.
Like I don't like that Arsenal thing. That really. I'm like, bro. Like I'm like, how did you like? You really sat there and thought the fans was going to accept that? like you thought the crowd would just cheer for anything because just go. Just I'm Cassidy. I can't do anything. It's like I'm like, bro, come on, man. Like that's when you really supposed to like home games. That's when you really supposed to show off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And for me, like person like me, I'm showing off away and home, but especially when I'm at home. Oh yeah, I'm not going out like that. I think he just did. Like I could tell when his body language in the bed was bothering him, but you could still. It's like one he didn't care on one hand, the other hand.